Now remember, kids, if people say you can't load 8 14-foot trusses single-handedly, that doesn't actually mean that you can't. But also, just because you can load 8 14-foot trusses single-handedly doesn't mean that you should.
On Friday, October 8th, materials were delivered to complete the roof of the cabin, including the trusses as shown in the previous clip. Josh and Sam were on hand to help put the roof up on Friday, and Christian and Katie came up on Saturday to help as well. Things progressed quite well on Friday, with the exception of some heavy rain that we got later in the day. Thankfully, I had some large tarps on hand that we were able to cover the trusses with so that we could work under cover. Once the trusses were stood up, we framed in the gable end extensions and added the fascia boards. With all of the fascia boards installed, we began sheeting the roof. We managed to get 4 sheets of plywood on the roof on Friday evening, and then we called it a day. Saturday morning, we resumed sheeting the roof, and we were done by early afternoon. With the sheathing complete, we installed the drip edge, followed by the underlayment. The underlayment was heavy and it took quite some effort to get it aligned and stuck to the roof of the cabin without getting any wrinkles. Because the temperatures were low, the adhesive on the underlayment did not want to stick to the plywood. However, it was quite happy to adhere to itself. After the underlayment, we began to put down the steel roofing. We weren't confident about our ability to get each sheet straight, so we only secured each sheet with 2 screws on the off chance that we had to realign everything after the fact. It turned out that everything lined up well enough on the first try, so we ended up driving the rest of the screws. Once all of the roofing was up, Sam and I started to do the fascia, and Josh and Christian started to drive the remaining screws. With the roof more or less complete, we called it an evening and cooked up some pizzas in a Dutch oven. On Sunday morning, we got started with siding, although we were too tired to realize that we hadn't done Tyvek before installing the plywood. We made quite a bit of progress this weekend thanks to Sam, Katie, Christian, and Josh, and I look forward to getting up there this weekend and finishing the siding, hopefully.